Today, we will see some more examples related to grouped frequency distribution. Before looking at any example, let's understand what a class mark is. The midpoint of any class is called the class mark of that class. The midpoint of a class interval, that means the class mark, is obtained by dividing the sum of the lower class limit and the upper class limit by 2. For example, the midpoint of a class interval 10 to 20 is 15. That means the class mark of a class interval 10 to 20 is 15. Similarly, can you tell what will be the class mark of class interval 150 to 190? Think. Absolutely right. Its class mark is 170. Let us now see some examples related to this. Example: if the class mark of a class is 45 and the upper class limit is 65, find the class interval. Here the class mark is 45 and the upper class limit is 65. Let x be the lower class limit. Now we can say that the class mark 45 equal to the sum of lower class limit xb and upper class limit 65 divided by 2. By simplifying it, we will get the lower class limit x is equal to 25. In this way, the class interval is 25 to 65. Example: the table shown below represents the midpoint of the class intervals. From this information, make a continuous frequency distribution table. The midpoints of the class intervals are shown in the given table. To make a continuous frequency distribution table, we need to find the class interval. Here, we are not given the lower class limit or upper class limit of any class interval. Can you tell how we would find the class interval in this case? Think. Let us tell. Suppose the midpoint of a class is M and the class size is H. You must remember that the difference in the upper class limit and lower class limit of the class interval is called its class size. Since the midpoint is between the middle of class intervals, so difference between any two consecutive midpoints will have the same difference as the difference between a lower and upper class limit of a class interval. In this way, we will find the class size h by the difference of consecutive midpoints, which is 20 minus 10 is equal to 10. If we reduce this difference to the half of class size, we will find the difference between the midpoint and the lower class limit or the midpoint and the upper class limit. H divided by 2 equal to 10 divided by 2 equal to 5. If we subtract this difference from the midpoint, we will get the lower class limit 10 minus 5 equal to 5. Similarly, if we add this difference in the midpoint, then we get the upper class limit 10 plus 5 equal to 15. In this way, we get the first class interval 5 to 15. In the same way, we can get the lower class limit 15 of another class by subtracting 5 from the midpoint 20 and adding 5 to 20 to get the upper class limit 25 of the second class. So, the second class interval will be 15 to 25. Similarly, we can find all class intervals in this way. Now we can make continuous frequency distribution table in this way from the information given. So today we have seen some interesting examples related to grouped frequency distribution.